Hi there, I'm Lotty Whittingham from Rhino Radio. I have Clementine from Visions of Atlantis on Skype this afternoon. Hi there, how are you today?
Hey, hi. I'm good, thank you. I am having quite a nice time being in quarantine in the countryside. So I can go out as much as I can, and the weather is lovely here. So I have a thought to everyone who's unfortunately having to spend those times in locked in an apartment. I am very lucky.
No, I'm quite thankful. I've got a back garden. I can like walk. I only have to walk 5 minutes, and we're by a river. So yeah, I'm very lucky as well. So during lockdown and quarantine, what have you been doing with yourself?
Well, I still can work from home, so I have been keeping track with my day job, and
Hmm.
and then I have a bit more time to work on my own self-development and music and learning new skills. So it's and doing some workouts outdoor as well. So
Of
it's
course.
been multi activities. I'm still very busy, but I feel like the entire rhythm has slowed down in some aspects, which is really enjoyable. And not having to take the public transports every day and sleeping a little bit longer. I think
Yes.
it's a great time to take care of
Mm.
ourselves. And yeah, so
Yeah, because I suppose, I think most of the media is focusing on the negatives of being in
mm,
quarantine and lockdown. So, like not seeing, being able to see loved ones, not being able to do the things. But then, like you said, it is a good, at the same, it's a good opportunity to like slow down and
yeah,
just work on yourself, like you say.
yeah.
Um, One of those things uh, you released a video for your song Nothing Lasts Forever, but you did an acoustic version of it.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, is this something that you and the band have been wanting to do for a while and you've been working on for a while, or was it just a case of, oh, let's make a video, or was it quite recently you decided to make that video?
Oh, well, it's we had the idea. I mean, since when we had to cancel our US tour and we faced like a dramatic financial situation, and we decided to put a campaign together and ask our fans for support. And when we saw how much um, the people were responding to that, and how fast we actually reached our goal, we decided that we really need to thank them in a way, and to do something as a band to sort of like thank our fans. So that video actually was an idea our bass player had when we were on the airport to fly back from Mexico.
Oh,
And it was like,
really?
yeah, let's make from our homes, let's make a video all together to thank the
Hmm.
fans. And so as soon as we went back home, we recorded separately
Yeah.
our tracks for that song, and then we did our videos in our own environment, and we mounted it
Yes.
together. So it's a
The
really quarantine homemade thingy that is was meant. The purpose of it was meant to really thank all the people for their help and support in that time. It was really, really incredible.
And so for when you come, how have you been sort of cope? Like, have you got any advice to give on coping techniques that you picked up when being in lockdown and quarantine?
Um, well, like how to deal with it, you mean?
Yeah.
I think everything that happens to us in our lives is neutral, and it's the reaction we have that color the event, whether as something positive or something negative. If I focus on the fact that our US tour got canceled. Our April tour got postponed. Probably most our festivals won't take place this summer, and probably maybe the rescheduling of the US tour won't happen. If I focus and I'm stuck at my
Mhm.
mom's and I can do everything I want and I can see my friends and I don't know when this is going to end and blah, blah, blah. If I focus on that,
Mhm.
I turn this entire period as something dramatic and negative
Sure.
and I can't see any positive outcome of that. But on the other hand, if I accept the situation, I mean, there's nothing we can do. It's completely out of our hands. And I think we would lose so much energy trying to fight something that we can't do anything about. If we
Mhm.
instead sort of sit back and relax and say, okay, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I have to stay home. I have to limit my interactions. I can't work as much as I had to. I might have
Mhm.
financial issues, but this is something different.
Yeah.
But I have more time, and I think there are two things of value that you can give away to get things in life. It's either you give money to anything or you give it time. And right now
Okay.
we're giving time to do whatever we want as a person in this
Yeah.
world. And I think to me, taking this opportunity to really slow down and reflect on the lives we live, the way we live our lives. Are we happy the way
Mhm.
we were living so far? What are the things we really need on an everyday basis to be happy? What are the
Yeah.
things that we need to do more? And how do we want to live when this is all over? What really matters, what we took for granted. I think,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think there will be two type of people: those who take that as an opportunity for self-pity and would just spend their days in front of Netflix and do nothing and just dwell in their own negative feeling that this is a shit period. And there will be people who will take advantage and
Mm.
create skills and work on themselves. And when this is over, those who didn't drown in the negative energy might just be ahead of all the others and might actually have enhanced their lives. And I
Mhm.
hope that most people understand there's so much to gain to just look at the opportunity that this is given to us
Yes.
compared to just a short period of time.
Absolutely. I agree with you. You sort of saying what because of what workouts you were talking about different workouts you were doing during
Yeah.
this time. I mean, one of my ones I help my grandparents by walking my granddad's guide dog every other day
Nice.
of
That's
the week.
awesome.
Yeah. So is there what do you like to do? Just because you say you live near a countryside.
Mm. Well, um, I like to stay strong and to feel fit. So I generally balance between like some hit cardio things, following special videos on YouTube or on apps. I mean, YouTube is for free and there is plenty of people sharing their workouts there.
Yeah.
I got back to training some years ago was thanks to those free YouTube things. I didn't know where to start. I was like, okay, I need to work out. I've been sitting on computers and not doing anything for years. I need to get my body back into knowing and understanding itself, like getting connected back to my body. So YouTube, all the free videos there is an amazing library of any kind of workouts that you can think about. I also have a couple of applications when I want to try yoga, because that's the second
Yeah.
activity that you can do on your own and you don't need anything as
No, that's
equipment except just for a gym mat. That's it.
yeah.
So
No.
yeah, I do this outdoor and I switch between those two so that I have quite a full complete approach with both
Yes.
stretching and resting and
Mm.
strength and flexibility. And yeah, I enjoy that. And I think it's enough even if you're in a flat. I mean, I have friends of mine, they put that in their stories. They have a mat and they do any kind of physical exercise in their small flats and it works. Yeah.
Hmm.
As soon as you start like getting this back into your routine on a weekly basis, uh, it's enough. You don't need to to beat yourself up and be like, I have to work out every day or whatever.
No.
It's just being regular and knowing that this is something that you do for yourself that is good and you'll be happy about it.
Absolutely. I think that's also as well as might be quite a good time for people to find out what, because we always say, oh yeah, I'm going to be fitter this year.
Yeah.
But I think this might be a good time for people to find out what exercises they actually do enjoy
Mm.
and stick with it maybe after lockdown. You never know.
Yeah. It's a
Um,
good period to try anything out, to just.
oh, definitely. Uh, what sort of new things have you been trying?
I've felt like strong calling for watercolor painting since a couple of months, and since before Christmas,
Oh yeah.
because I requested that as a Christmas gift, like some material. And
Ah,
now with lockdown, yeah, every night before going to sleep, I spend about 2 hours practicing this, and I enjoy it a lot. Working with colors and water, and it's beautiful and it's very inspiring. It's all the possibilities and options with that it's infinite what you can do with watercolor. And yeah, I wanted to develop that skill, so I'm so actually very happy to have the time to do that.
that's amazing. Maybe we could use like that skill when, when it comes to releasing the next Visions of Atlantis album. We could use that inspiration to design the album cover. You never know.
Yeah, I told our band leader, like, because I sent him a couple of drawings, and I was like, maybe in 2 years I'll have the skills to make our own cover artwork. But I mean, this is a little bit way too early, and I don't want to have him to ever have the pressure, to be like, I have to do it or not. We'll see,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah,
but
no
for sure,
worries.
I might develop some visuals and the drawings and prints for Visions of Atlantis universe, and we will open an online store soon. So this could be something, because people
Oh,
already requested that. So yeah, we'll see.
okay. Yeah, you can really extend your talents to merchandise
Yeah.
as well. Oh, so many possibilities. So going back to you, so because you had to, sadly, had to cancel and postpone the tours upcoming. Did you perform? You managed to perform some shows before that happened, if I'm not mistaken.
When we were in the US.
Yeah. Did you manage to perform some shows? I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember.
we managed to perform five shows out of
Live
13.
shows.
So it was already great, because it was our very first time in the US in like 15 years, because Visions has
Yeah.
been in the US before, but not
Okay.
not with me. And it was amazing, because we were playing with Dragon Force and Unleash the Archers, so we were playing in front of sold out venues every night, and like from 800 to 2,000 people capped. So it was amazing, and the
Mhm.
response of the American audience was grand. It was so unexpected. They're so enthusiastic, and they really loved the entire package. And we faced success there. We could see people were waiting for us, and we saw the response at our merch booth as well. And it would have been a really successful tool for us if we have had the
Mhm.
chance to perform it till the end. But well, that's how it is. I guess
And
this is not the last time we'll be there.
absolutely. Were there already Visions of Atlantis fans in the US
Yeah,
audience?
yeah. There were people who had never seen us live, but who got to hear about us through the magic of the internet. And and
Ah,
we do have quite a lot of American followers. It's the second territory that follows us on Instagram, for instance. It's
oh
before
wow.
it's before Europe. So yeah, we do have a fan base there, and we can't wait to come back to meet with them, and to conquer even more hearts and I have a
Absolutely.
real life over there. Yeah.
Absolutely. So what when this is all to promote your latest album Wanderers, which was
Yeah.
released last year. So which songs from those went down with the crowds well?
I would say mostly all the singles were released. Heroes of the
Hmm.
Dawn, Journey to Remember, Nothing Lasts Forever, A Life of Our Own. And also the opening track, that was not a video because it's too long, but, Release My
Sure.
Symphony is one of people's favorites as well, because
Okay.
it's a larger, longer track with more things going on and the overall kind of melancholic tone at some point. So yeah, these are the main ones, and Wonders also, the ballad that we've been playing live the most. Um, people like it very much, and I think our when we asked people back in the days, a couple of months after our album was released, what were their favorite songs, those came out the most, but a lot said it was so hard to choose because I think our overall album was quite homogeneous in terms of quality in the songwriting, and all the songs had their own as its own little atmosphere
Yeah,
and little things. So yeah,
it
I
was a
think
fantastic album.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
fantastic
you.
album. Which songs did you enjoy personally? Which songs did you enjoy performing the most?
Well, that's also a tricky question for me because they all have something special, and since I wrote all the lyrics, I really mean everything
Hmm.
that I sing every time. So it makes it even more special. I would say there is a lot of energy in A Journey to Remember. It's an up tempo song about grasping our chance and go on the journey that leads to the happiest people we could be, and
Hmm.
it's all metaphors every time. But this entire album has been a real pleasure to make and a pleasure to perform live, and like The Siren and the Sailor is not a single, but we love to play characters on stage, Michele and I, on
Oh,
that one. And
yeah,
yeah, it's makes it a little special as well. And
yes.
yeah.
Well, just to sort of round up really. So what's your, well, once we eventually get out of lockdown and quarantine, what are your plans and for you personally and the band really?
Um, with me personally, well, I would like to catch up with my friends and go for a drink.
Yes.
But I know that the bars in France gonna remain closed for a while because they're saying that there's no way we can get out of that from one day to another. And even if the schools would reopen in September, probably, and all of
Hmm.
this, they won't allow so much people gathering. So shows and bars and all those kind of things, like mostly entertainment, I would say, might remain shut down for a while. But
Hmm.
anyway, enjoying the people that I can't see right now. And then when it comes to VOA, well, we should go on tour in September.
Yes.
The postponed tour from April, and
Yeah.
we really, really, really hope that this one can happen and that they're not gonna
Mhm.
make that quarantine thing or the ban on concerts go on for too long.
No.
Even though some people say that it might take always longer than planned originally. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But playing shows is definitely the thing we miss the most,
Hmm.
and yeah, we hope.
Yes.
Um,
So,
yeah.
I've got a ticket for the London show. So yeah, hopefully get to see you for real this
Yeah.
time because I've sort of missed you the last time when you were touring with Powell. But thank you so much again, Clementine, for
Thank you
taking
for
some
your
time.
time. Yeah.
Yes, I think this has been good for both of us. All right, you take care and stay safe.
You too.